This is John from Global Women's Sports Radio. Today I have the pleasure of being on the beat with Concordia Head Coach Tatum Edwards. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for being here. How does it sound, Concordia Head Coach?
I still am trying to get used to it, honestly. I've never had head coach on before my name, so I think it's something I'm still getting used to, but I don't mind it.
Now you were a fantastic player in Nebraska, and then you played in the pros a little bit, and then you got into coaching very young. Was that a difficult transition for you?
I just felt like I still had that fire and desire to compete, and I think when I was really young, kind of going through being a GA and going into my volunteer year, I think I was still kind of transitioning into coach role and not so much player, because I was still playing while I was a GA and a little bit into my volunteer year. So for me, making that transition out, it was a little bit hard. It was like I just had to change my mindset a little bit as to how I was thinking and how I was viewing things and how I was able to see the whole field and be able to, analyze things a little bit differently as more of a coaching side, not so much as a player side. It is very different as, the strategy behind things and the things you have to really think about as a coach. And as a player, you just get to show up and play hard and compete and, have fun and all that stuff. As a coach, obviously you are in a total different place with that, but it still can be fun and all of that stuff. But the transition was very different for me. Yeah.
You were a great pitcher in college. You were also a really good hitter. Did the fact that you did both and did both well, does that help you in terms of coaching because you see both sides of it?
I think it has definitely helped me with understanding the mentality from being a pitcher and being in the box. I think that, I can ask questions to hitters that probably somebody else who's, just been a pitcher might not be able to ask a hitter, or might not know the feeling of it is, or things like that. So I think that with me being both, I can kind of take them both equally, and I can have different perspectives on the hitter side to a pitcher side, and know exactly what it feels like to be in both positions. So that for me is fun to be able to, when I'm throwing BP, I can ask a question on the pitcher side, and then I can ask the hitter, okay, well, what did you see coming out of the box? What was that swing like? Or, I can have different conversations. And I think that's the most fun part for me, is being able to actually know what they're thinking and know what they're talking about and connect it to my own experiences. That's really fun for me.
And your sister Taylor is a catcher. You were a pitcher. You were a battery for a long time. Did that kind of help both of you, because you could see, or she would tell you things from a catcher perspective, you would tell her things from a pitching perspective? Did that type of interplay help you both?
Yeah, and she's so good at communication, and she's so good at pulling the best out of you while also being able to give you some constructive feedback. And I think that I learned so many different tools with her as to, what a catcher can look for and what I need to tell her that's going to help me the most. And, pitchers are obviously very different. And what she can see from pitcher to pitcher is going to, determine how she can communicate with somebody. So that definitely helped me with having her back there, of what she can see, what I can't feel, what she can connect with me. So I definitely picked up on a lot of things that she was able to provide me when I had the time to pitch to her. So I was lucky.
Oh, well, you were both lucky. She's an excellent pitcher. The Concordia record over the last 20 or so years is a winning record. I think there was only one losing season. Does that put extra pressure on you to continue that, or is it just regular pressure regardless?
Man, I definitely feel like I can't screw it up. I want to come in and just give my best effort to help push them to be their best. I mean, I can look at the past, and I can look at the records, and obviously it's something that I want to I want to be hold accountable, and I want those kids to know, like, we have a tradition that we want to upkeep, and we have goals that we want to obtain. And I think competing at the national championship level and getting to that championship game is definitely something that I want to push towards. I don't want to put any sort of pressure on them to do that. I just feel like that's not fair for them to be able to play free and, to have fun and all of that. It is something that I think about, but, being a first year head coach, there's so many things in my brain that I think about. And trying to put that added pressure onto, the expectations that I have as far as record wise. I just want them to compete and I want them to play hard every day and play for each other. So, as much as I want to sit here and say I don't want to think about that, it is something I want to think about. But it's the little things that we can do right, and hopefully that my team is ready to compete for each other and push themselves as hard as they can.
And how do you balance trying to win with teaching the athletes and giving them all, a fair amount of time? Obviously, you're going to play the better players more, but you still want to have everybody involved in it.
Yeah, well, talk about healthy competition. That's what helps push teams to be better. It's the players that look at, coming to practice and competing against the person next to them as a challenge, as something that's going to push them to make them better, not as something that they need to think about of, oh, I got to beat her out, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. No, like, you get to be in a position to compete for a spot. And, if both players at a position like at second base or, in the outfield, if you're pushing yourself to be your best, you're just pushing your teammate to do the same thing. At the end of the day, it is about execution. It is going to be the player that's, performing the most consistently at that time. But, you just got to be ready for your opportunities. And I think that healthy competition is so great to push your team forward and to level up your competition. And, that's a part of the game. And that's what's so fun is if you can take it the right way, and if you can think about it the right way, I think it just can only help elevate your game and elevate your team's skill and success.
And on your staff, you have a familiar face. You have your younger sister is a grad assistant on the staff. How cool is that for both of you guys?
Oh my gosh, it's been so fun. I think, we have definitely both been in different stages of where, I'm a little bit older than her. She's played, very recently, and she fills holes that, I'm not the hitting coach here. Our Tristen is, and she's stepped in and has really tried to learn a lot of things really fast, and she's just done such a good job. And I know that our other GA Bree has also done such a good job with understanding who we are coming in, and taking in the new coaching perspective that we both have. But Tristan's, it's fun to see her just as a sister and as someone who is watching her grow and trying to push her to be her best too, and coaching in a coaching, realm. She's not playing right now. So it's been really fun. I have definitely enjoyed having her here.
And a happy birthday shout out to her. Today's
Yes, happy birthday. It is her 24th birthday.
Kind of strange timing, but that's cool. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Tristen.
Yeah.
It's probably early, but I'm sure you've studied the team already. Could you give us a little scouting report on the team? What can we expect? What kind of team is it?
Yeah, well, you know what? We are really young, so we do need to get some experience on our lineup. We graduated quite a few seniors last year who had big impacts on the team. We do have some good seniors coming back. Camry Moore, who pitched a lot of great innings, and then Kylie Nixon, who's been really great at second base. So those two kids will be in the lineup, and I expect them to give as much to these young faces that they'll be playing with, and try and gain that experience really fast. But we have a great transfer who came in, Taylor Glaus from Cloud County, who came in January, and I think that her demeanor and how she just plays every day, she goes really hard every day, and I know she wants to be her best for her teammates and herself, and I think that'll only kind of spread out through our team. We have a couple of great freshmen. Caitlin McGarvey has done really good, and I know that she's been consistent in the lineup as well. So we're young, and in some ways that's great, and in some ways we're going to have to learn. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. We haven't played a game since I've been on campus. We didn't play any games in the fall. We've just been scrimmaging, and I am ready. We are ready. We're ready to see somebody else other than our pitchers, somebody else other than ourselves. So
and when you have a young team like that, as a coach, do you go in with a certain mindset, or do you kind of look at a mindset of how you're going to play, or what type of ball you're going to play? Or do you kind of look at the team and go, okay, their strength is this, so we're going to go in this direction?
To start, honestly, it's just going to be what do we have? What do we, what holes do we have? Where do we need to get better at? I need to be able to see kind of where we can fill things in, right? I feel like we do have depth in different areas on our team. So that's a really, really nice thing to have, is I can make some different lineups and kind of see exactly what fits the best. So that part of it I'm excited for, to be able to see different faces on the field, be able to make different lineups. But that's what I really want to try and do these next, these first couple weeks of season, is just to see what pieces fit the best together and then go at it from there.
Now, I want to pick your brain just a little bit on, obviously with Tatum playing, or I'm sorry, with Taylor playing it.
Yeah.
You're familiar with Athletes Unlimited and their unique scoring style. What do you think, or how do you feel about that scoring system? Do you think it'll ever catch on, or do you think there's room for both the traditional and that style?
Honestly, it's been super interesting to see. I just look at it as it's another opportunity to kind of keep track of who's doing what. I definitely think that there's some ways to implement the traditional way of just making it just all about team. And I love that you can get, team points on innings won and different things like that. But the individuality of it is pretty fun as well, just to see, you might not see a runner, before, who would try and push two, but now that, there's points on the line and things like that, and they're trying to take that extra base. So it's fun to see that aspect of it happen. I think you're seeing it with basketball too, of just, the quarters and being able to win team points. And, it helps too, that if you make a mistake, you can kind of get minus points too. And I think that's all part of it. The game is evolving. Everything's evolving. All the technology is absolutely amazing that we have with our sport. The type of traction that AU is able to create for our sport is just so fun to see, coming from the pro league to seeing AU take off. It's just been nothing but great things, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future with it.
Yeah, it was a little difficult kind of getting used to it, but once I kind of started ignoring the scoring, I guess, then it's really just softball as softball. And me, I can't get enough softball. So
absolutely. Same here.
So before I let you go, when you're not playing or when you're not coaching softball, I should say, when you're not coaching softball or coming up with game plans, what do you do in your spare time to relax?
Oh my gosh. I have my dog that I hang out with all the time. She's the best thing. I love to keep myself healthy, so I'll work out as much as I can. Like to eat some good food, and my family and I are so close, so we'll get on FaceTime and we have our family chat that we're on. But a good book here and there when I have some downtime too isn't bad either.
I love following you on Instagram. I love the workout videos. I love the dog, and it's cool seeing the family. It's cool seeing the Edwards dynasty all together. I love you guys. Are you still doing handstands around the field?
Oh, I haven't done a handstand in a while. I might need to post one here soon. I'll try it out. See if I can still do it.
Those are always popular with the Bandit Nation.
Yeah, that was always fun. I know.
Well, Tatum, before I let you go, I would love to catch up with you at some point during the season, see how it's going, get a little update from you, if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Other than that, I just want to say good luck with the Bulldogs, and go Bulldogs.
Thanks. I'm excited. Keep an eye out for us. And
we're watching you guys, of course.
Cool. Yeah, we can absolutely catch up too. So thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, and have a good day, and good luck with the team.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Coach. Bye-bye.
Bye.